Good morning. We are out here at the Shoreline Trail in the Colony. There's a sign behind me. It's got a nice little map. This is the first part of the entrance. There's another part down the road where it's Stewart Park, but you have to pay to get in there. This leads to the trail that runs along the lake. It's supposed to have lots of wildlife. Apparently there are QR codes along the way that give you information. There's a human sundial over there. More information. Looks like a pretty nice, supposed to have lots of wildlife. There's also a sign warning about bobcats and coyotes. Don't feed them, common sense and all that. So we're gonna head off and see what we can see this morning. Forgot to show this. Back up there we park, you coming off of North Colony Boulevard and shortly past Stewart Elementary, I think is what it was. There's two school zones.
Low intensity and, interval 3 minutes.
Parking lot there where we park. I'll put it all on the maps, links and everything on there. And you come down this little dirt trail and here's the entrance to where the trail actually begins. The lake is off behind us. A little sign there with more rules and information. We've got doggy waste stations, benches along the way. And a nice, supposed to be really a nice trail. Looks like this. So if it's like this the whole way, it's nice for walking, hiking, and all of that. So here we go. Let's go head on a little further, see what else we can see, and see what awaits us. Well, there we are. We just came down that trail. It's a very short little entryway, maybe 100 yards or less, and it takes you right out onto the lake. Be a nice spot for sunrises back there. Marina over there, and as you can see, the trail continues on around. So here we go again. Well, we've come just a very short bit around the lake, and we're greeted by a rather large flock of mallard ducks that have all come in and are landing on the water. And you can hear them quacking away, doing what ducks do. Beautiful views out here. You come down and you walk right along the water. The sun there behind us. Very, very nice so far. Well, we've gone about a mile, and the lake has been on our right and houses all on the left. Now we've come across a little park with a fountain here. This is Scout Park. You can see it on the map if you look. Nice little fountain, some reeds and stuff. And then back off, we've pulled a little bit away from the lake, not terribly far. And so far all the trails are really good for walking, exercise, fitness. Not quite so much if you're looking to hiking and getting more out into nature. Definitely more urbanized so far. So we're going to keep going and see what else we can see. Well, we've gone a little over a mile and a half across another one of these really nice bridges that they have. They go over the little runoffs for the water. We've pulled away from the lake a little bit. You can hear the traffic from 121 or Main Street in the Colony, probably a little bit of both. And as you can see, the lake is not visible for the moment. There, when we were back at that little park, I was thinking that we hadn't hardly seen much, the ducks mainly, and then right next to us is a blue heron about 30 feet away that we didn't even see, standing in a little pond. And of course, by the time we spotted him, he decided to fly. And then, where is it? I don't know if you can see it. There's a lamp post back up there. As we came around, there was a hawk perched on that, but then before we could do anything, he decided he wanted to fly away as well. So far haven't seen a ton of wildlife. We've seen the lake. I saw a couple of great blues and a great white out on the lake, but they were a little bit a ways from us at that point. So again, not sure what it'll be like for animals. Probably if we come out earlier, we might see more. But if you're just coming out for a good walk, fitness walk, exercise, or just to get out and relax, this is a really nice park for that so far. So we're going to press on and see if it comes back closer to the lake and see what we can see. We've come not very far, maybe 150 yards or so from that little bridge I was just on. And as you can see, we're still a little ways from the lake. Sun is a bit bright out there. It's back off. This trail pulls away from the lake and then circles back around eventually to the other side. But if you're looking for sunflowers, you can see the little bits of yellow back in the background. There's still a few leftover sunflowers. So if you come out when the sunflowers are in full bloom, I have a feeling this field here behind me, probably I'll have quite a few and give you some nice photo opportunities and a chance to see the sunflowers in bloom. Because if there's this many left with the season fading, there's probably a whole lot more. Oh, maybe about a couple of weeks or maybe so ago when the sunflowers were really in bloom. So a little note out here, good chance for that. And we're gonna just keep going. As you can see behind me, the trail is pretty much like this all the way around. So it's easy to walk, very flat, not a lot of hills. So you can come out and get a nice little fitness walk, ride a bicycle, run, exercise, and enjoy a bit of nature while you're doing it. Very enjoyable. Like I said, not as much on the nature photography yet, but we came out later in the morning. I suspect had we been out earlier, we might have seen more. And then we're also in the middle of changing of migration. The birds that are moving, or some are coming in, they're not here yet, some are leaving, so it'll be changing more. So we'll be back again and see what else is going on. But right now we're going to keep on walking and see what else we can see out here. I've come a little further around, and this is the second of these signs that we've seen. So I thought I would take a minute and point one out. You can see it here. This is wildlife habitat. You're prohibited from picking berries or any other vegetation in here because it's out there for the animals, not you. So if you do come out here and you see blackberries or other tempting looking trees out here, do not pick them. It says you can get up to a $500 fine. So leave it for the animals. It's their habitat, their food. Well, we're walking along. We came to a fork in the road. Was curious about which way to go. The one that way goes to the lake, makes a big loop. This one, if you don't want to go quite that far, is a shortcut. And they wanted to make sure you knew that. So if you want to follow the lake, you go to the right. If you want to take the shortcut, you go to the left. It'll hook up with the other trail, but it misses a little loop that goes up around the lake. So we're going to go closer to the lake. I'm hoping to see some more animals. Well, we've come probably close to 2 miles around, and as you can see, we've gotten away from all the residential and we are surrounded by more nature, woods all around us along the sides of the roads, more vegetation, less population, although you can still hear the roads. We're seeing a lot of animal scat up and down the trail, a lot of coyote. So apparently they're pretty active out here, probably in the early morning and late evening hours. So if you come out really early, you might see some wildlife. Well, we saw a little side trail earlier that went off and we weren't sure where it was. It looked like just maybe a maintenance trail, so I wasn't sure. As we came further around, we came up to another one just like it. I think they connect. Obviously vehicles come through here, but it brings you down closer to the lake. As you can see, the lake is still not right on top of the lake, but a lot closer than we were. And I don't know if you can see them in the videos, but there's a great white back over there feeding, and there's also a great blue. So the great white egret and then a great blue heron, both out there. So I suspect earlier in the mornings, might get a nice view of some birds out there. Looks like you would have to trek through some weeds to get closer to the shore, but not too bad. So sometimes you get off the main path, off the beaten path, and get some little pleasant surprises. So let's keep exploring. This has been a different sort of adventure, not as adventurous as some of our other hikes, but still very pleasant, very nice, very enjoyable. Well, I trekked down through the brush. It wasn't too bad, these weeds. It's really not that bad at all to get closer to the lake. And you can see behind me, there's the great white. I'm not sure how well you can see him, but there is. It's kind of small for the camera, but over there, sorry about that, the sun is blinding me. There's a great blue perched on a log that's been sitting there for quite some time now. The great white's just chilling out there. You can see the weeds that I just trekked. They're really not that bad. If you're wearing proper gear for it, it's not bad at all. Let's see if I can get a few more photos of these guys. Well, here we are, and this is, the trail continues on around, but this is about as close as it gets to the lake from here on out, and then eventually pulls back away again. We've gone about 2.5 miles so far, give or take a little, and you can go further. I think it said the trail is 4 miles long, so you can, if you do the full thing out and back, about 8 miles. Or if you go to about where we are, there's a marker that we just passed that said 2.25 miles, and we started a little before the trail. So like I say, I've got an app that keeps up with my walking, and it says 2.5 so far. So not bad. We're going to double back now. That'll give us a nice little 5-mile hike for the day, on top of hopefully some nice little nature photos. So far this has been a very pleasant experience. The trails are really nice, straight, smooth, pretty much flat. If you look back across the lake, over there is the other shore where we first came out, the trail over there that will take us back. So what we'll do is we'll go back up around the lake and then back over there, back to where we started. And so we'll see what else we see on the way back. I was hoping we might see a coyote, a bobcat, or some other wildlife, maybe some more birds, but it is what it is. In spite of the lack of a lot of animals, it's still been a very nice walk. And like I say, if you're looking for a place to come out and get a fitness walk in, some exercise, maybe come out on your bicycle, this is a very nice part because it's very scenic and very pretty. Wraps around the lake, so very nice so far. Well, we're going to head back, and I'll check back in a little bit. Well, we're almost back to the entrance, and I decided to stop here, get the closing video, because we got the city's apparently mowing up there. You can probably hear the lawnmowers in the background. There's probably can't see it for the sun, but the lake back behind us where the trail goes. Again, this is a very nice park for fitness, exercise, cycling, running. We saw quite a few people out here exercising, and we did eventually see some nature. We saw some egrets, herons, a few other birds, a hawk. So it's really nice. Definitely will be coming back. It looks like too you can get some beautiful sunsets from along this side of the shore after you come out from the opening trail there and along some of the points. So and probably some sunsets as well, definitely from the other side. So very nice. A lot of opportunities for nature, for exercise, for a variety of activities. So a very nice park. So thanks for coming along. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.